Another matchup between two Nashville teams. Lipscomb gets the upper hand. They win tonight over Trevecca, winning this ball game. Jonathan and Justin Seaman here courtside, and joining us now will be KJ Johnson. KJ just playing in his second game, and KJ, you've come to play. Good game again here tonight against the Trojans.
Yes, sir. It's just a blessing to be out back on the court, especially because I was in quarantine for a while, and that really sucked, missing a lot of games and just not being a part with my team playing on the floor, but it feels great to be back.
Hey, let's talk about that first. What's it like to be in quarantine knowing everybody else is out playing?
Oh, it's definitely prison. Like, it's crazy, and my mom wouldn't even let me come out of the room because I went home, so it's just, I'd much rather be out here, of course.
Well, KJ, this was a game where it just didn't really seem like either team could quite get their rhythm in this one. You had the 10-point lead at halftime. Then the second half, the first 5 minutes, they make a little push. I thought one of the keys was, they knocked down a three, and then you came back and were able to knock down another three to kind of keep it going. This is one of those games you just kind of had to trudge through.
Yes, sir, definitely. Like Coach said in the locker room, he feels like we played a great defensive game. We played good D. We got a lot of stops, but we just couldn't really score the ball, and we weren't really as efficient on offense. We had some turnovers, but overall we played great defense.
Well, we picked up, or you did, where you left off last year. You're still able to drive, get the ball, and you're going to the free throw line, and free throws were big in this game tonight.
Yes, sir, definitely. I feel like my teammates make me open. If they're knocking down shots, then it's easier for me to get to the goal, and that's a lot. I've improved a lot on that, just seeing the floor better as well.
Well, you got to be happy just to be back out on the court, and just your second game, as we mentioned, and so just to try to get back in rhythm with everybody. I know coming into last game, talking to Coach, you hadn't even had a full week of practice with everybody, so I know some of this is kind of a little bit on the fly. Playing games is kind of like turned into a little bit of practice as well.
Yes, sir. It was a while before I got to practice and stuff, and it took a little bit of adjusting, but I'm getting my wins back, and I'm starting to flow with the game.
Well, KJ, glad to have you back. 16 the other night against Belmont, 13 tonight against Trevecca. Just keep it going. Keep getting back your routine and your rhythm, and let's just go through the rest of this non-conference schedule. Congratulations tonight.
Thank you.
Take a look at the stats from tonight's ball game. You'll see the shooting percentages. Lipscomb with a little bit of advantage, 37.5 to 30, just over 32 for the Trojans. But it's the three-point shooting, all for both teams tonight. Trevecca 6 of 20, Lipscomb just 6 of 26 from outside the arc. Lipscomb with a 3-rebound advantage as we look at the Target and Harwell listing of the game. And then you look at turnovers, 16 for the Trojans, 13 for Lipscomb. Free throw shooting was a key. It got the Bisons their lead in the first half, and then it kind of helped them to extend it here in the second half and in the ball game, shooting 13 of 16 for the game. Coach Lenny Akov will join us now. Coach Lennie, this was one that was kind of ugly in ways, but I'm telling you, you had to go up against a very tall Trevecca team, defensively doing some great jobs to stop them, but the ball just wouldn't go in at the other end.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you do. When you don't make shots, it's a hard game. It's an ugly game. But we, they are really big. I tell you what, boy, those two big kids, they're a problem. They're really physical. They do a nice job of trying to get the ball to them. I thought they did some good things. We're just really fighting it offensively. A lot of that is just having different guys in and out. We haven't had the same team one game. And, we obviously really shot it bad from three again tonight, 6 for 26. When that ball didn't go in, it's a hard game. But we're going to take tomorrow off, and it's badly needed. We are an absolutely exhausted team. And we'll come back to work on Thursday, try to have a good 4 days of practice, which we have not had one in about 6 weeks with our whole team. Hopefully we'll be able to start getting Will Pruitt back involved later in the weekend, and that'll help for sure. He could be a guy that can help us. But, it's a lot better to talk about not playing well when you win than talk about not playing well and losing.
Coach, you talked about missing the threes, but yet I thought there were 2 times in the second half when Trevecca hit threes, and if you had not hit back-to-back threes, they might have got right back into this game.
Yeah, I thought Tanner Shulman hit a really big shot for us. Tanner's practiced well, and Tanner can shoot. We've got to do a better job of keeping shooting on the floor around Hassan, because you end up looking out and there's 10 feet and 10 hands around him every time he touches it. So, and Carson, Carson's getting a lot of good looks, and I'll put a lot of money on him making threes when he's open. But it's just really been a tough stretch trying to get everything in place. And you know, we got to find a flow offensively, and we just need to practice to do that.
Well, Coach, I thought, though, in this one, you talk a lot about how you just couldn't make the shots. A lot of times when you're saying that, it ends up being a loss. I think that the thing to take from this, at least, is your guys, they never quit. They never gave up. They kept fighting the whole time, and I thought defensively they still did some nice things.
Yeah, I did. I thought we did a good job defensively, you know, and I mean, we're a little bit more athletic than they are, bigger, you know, particularly on the perimeter. I thought we did a nice job. They missed some open shots they normally make. Omar's doing a good job with them, and they're going to be a good team before it's all over. They're like all of us. They need to practice. They need to play games. But, you know, we just got to go back to work. That's like I told her, I don't really know anything else to do. I'm not smart enough to figure the rest of it out. We just need to work hard and improve and practice every day.
Coach, as much as the team needs rest, I think you need a little rest too before you come back to practice, because it's been a hard run since back in March.
Yeah, it's been challenged, but that's okay. I mean, we're going to be better for it. You know, we're going to grow through it. It's not something that, you know, when you go through stuff like this, it's not what it does to you, it does what it does for you, and we need to take advantage of that. And we're going to be better on the other end, and we're going to work through some issues we have and see if we can't play better on Monday. You know, ultimately, we've got to be ready for 2 weeks from Friday when Liberty comes in here. And so, you know, we're going to go back to work and get better.
All right, we'll see you next time around, Coach, next game. And then we'll head for some holidays and then back getting ready. Everybody's already talking about that ASUN play, which comes up as we look at the schedule ahead. Crowley's Ridge comes in here on the 21st, then a little bit of a break before Freed Hardeman's back in here. Man, playing all these schools that we used to play years ago. As the Lions will be in here on the 29th, and then it happens. Liberty comes in. Nobody knows what the ASUN's going to be like playing these back-to-back games, but Lipscomb will have Liberty first on the weekend of the 1st and the 2nd. Then they'll go to Bellarmine for 2 games the next week in January. So the Bisons win it tonight, 61-45 over Trevecca. And you can keep up with everything happening with Bison basketball at lipscombsports.com.